Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I want to talk about a little bit of a different thing. Instead of playing my guitar, and show you guys some patches from the great Katana or Nextone or GT1000 or whatever gear I have here. It's something a little bit more delicate in the sense that you guys already read the title. And I want to know how you guys deal with this situation, if you have any of this kind of situation at all. I do have not depression, although when I was like 18 years old, I felt very bad. We all have our more depressive moments, but back in the day, it was kind of fashion sort of saying, and the doctor immediately prescribed me with lots of drugs. Like, I don't know how you guys say in English, Xanax, Yanax, Anax, Xanax, something like that, and antidepressive stuff, very heavy stuff, and I started taking it because it was natural. Every kid on the block that had similar symptoms that went to the doctor at that point in time, it was more than definite there was a depression. So there was not much of a testing or something like that. And we are not, how can I put this? We were very advanced in medicine, but it was a time around 93, 94, quite a long time. And yeah, so immediately I felt better after a while. But you know, that stuff creates dependency, and well, many years later, still taking some drugs, very few of them, like 1 pill a day, 2 maximum. I went to this doctor and thought to myself, this is not normal because I'm not feeling depressive. I just have panic attacks. This is the first time I'm telling you this, guys. From anxiety, which is very high, and it just didn't appear. It was sort of created, you know, by the conditions of your life, of my life, because although I didn't have a rough life, in the sense that I had a normal family, my parents, all cool, but there's always some issues within our families, of course. And sometimes you don't receive all the support and love that you need, and your parents, although they love you, they don't realize that, and keep going forward and kind of forget about you in that regard. And that's what kind of happened to me, right? Because I was a regular kid, like just any other kid. So I put on a lot of weight because I was really skinny with those pills. And I went sometime a few years back, I went to another doctor, a psychiatrist, to talk about this condition, because the first doctor was for everything, not real psychiatrist, psychologist, because psychologists are better for this type of things. They will help you much better to understand your questions and doubts. So I went, and he told me right off the bat, he told me, you have no depression. What you have is anxiety, high levels of anxiety and panic attacks. And if you guys ever had a panic attack, you know you're about to die in those minutes, but you're not, which is good, I guess. I never had suicidal thoughts or something, because I love to live. I love my life, and I was always very, you know, always out with my friends and stuff like that. But life takes its turns, and eventually all of my friends got married, got kids, and they started doing their lives separately. And I do find a few of my friends, they still have their groups that still go out on a regular basis, but that didn't happen with me. Not because my friends are bad or like something like that. It's just that life changes, and we have to understand them because they have issues as well. and I kind of did not create other groups or other people. I didn't allow them sort of to get in my life like the first ones, the first real friends, you know, the ones that you have that you count with your hand probably. So I was always a little bit skeptical about new friends and making new friends and open up totally, which I didn't, and I regret that. Because to a certain extent, and after long periods of time, you stand up getting by yourself, alone. Well, fortunately, I have a family. I have my sister, I have my cousins, and all this stuff, and my love life was always, you know, good. So eventually I married and had kids, and is everything stable? And not. So this doctor told me that I don't have anxiety, I don't have depression, I have anxiety and panic attacks, and I've been suffering from these panic attacks for a long time ago. It is like a snowball, you know, that say it goes down the hill and becomes bigger, bigger and bigger to a point where you don't know, you already don't know what's in there. When it's very small, you know, it's something happened in your house, a fight over something or something like that, I don't know. But it started to get very big, and we as human beings sometimes forget to analyze those situations and get help. And I'm telling, get help is not for everybody, because it can get pretty expensive around here and probably everywhere in the world. And I didn't have the money for that, or at least I couldn't do it on a very regular basis every week. Okay, very expensive indeed. So you spend the money in other stuff, you know. I was never a drinking guy. I never had drugs at all, except for these ones, which are drugs anyway. But I was always very earth guy, you know. My feet on the ground, very solid. Even when I went to the bars, night bars, discos as we call them here, I never had beer. I drink beer. I mean, I just don't like it. And yeah, it's true. And my body reacts very badly to that. Every time I try to get a beer and with my friends at a bar or something like that, I always get very sick from my stomach, and so I'm not compatible with beer. So maybe other soft drinks like no, those soft drinks, they have some alcohol, they're not beer, they have some other taste. I don't like the taste of the beer, but anyway, this is a snowball that's getting bigger and bigger, and I have my stages, you know. Sometimes I'm very cool and come here to record videos and everything, and I have to mic up everything and design patches and listen to a band or a song 1,000 times before I actually put it in Pro Tools or Logic, and then check the frequencies to match the tone on the Katana to the best of my abilities. I'm not a magician, but yeah, it pays off, and I have to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the support and all the stuff that I've been doing and putting on my website and stuff like that. It's been really great, really good. This is the way I say thank you. This is the way I am. I cannot try to be, you know, someone I'm not. I'm not going to start to make videos like Ola England, for example. I just remember of him because he's more of an entertainer, something that I'm not, you know, in the sense of talking shit and saying cool things and stuff, and that leads people, those who are like that, they go very far, because I'm getting a little bit diverting from the subject, but just to tell you that sometimes we don't have the subscribers we want, the visualizations we want, and that's a lot of effort, because people want to be entertained on YouTube, not just see some dude playing some chords and some shit like that. But anyway, that was it. And then I continued taking some pills, not necessarily for depression, but for anxiety, which is kind of the same thing. I still do to this day. I have to check the doctor again. This is my fault now, because I already had time to do it, but I'm always very entertaining here playing guitar, and this is my full-time job. I have nothing else to do. I know nothing else to do except maybe drawing some stuff, but well, totally different thing. And lately I've been having this not so well phase, you know, where it's very hard for me to come here into the studio, and although I make the patches anyway, but I'm like, you know, I'm not very happy, you know. Happiness is not a stable thing. I don't know, I love my wife, I love my kids, I love everything I have, but it can lead to other things, like buying too many guitars, buying shit that you don't want to, or at least you're not going to use. And that happens a lot to me, and now I'm selling a lot of shit because, you know, that kind of situation where you buy something just to make you a little bit happy, and that lasts like 2 days or even less, and you're back to square one. And I put that on my mind already, and it's very important for me. And if you're doing the same, stop. I already sold a couple of guitars, and I wanted one of these Black Beauty Gibson Les Paul, but I'm not gonna buy it because I'll give it the same treatment as some of my other Gibsons, which are inside the case, and I only use them when they are, well, they are tools, right? And sometimes I need to use them for certain sounds or certain artists. And one of the main reasons I bought so many guitars is because I wanted to cover almost all bases. You know, if I'm doing a Satriani pack, I have a Satriani guitar. If I'm doing a Steve Vai, I have a Steve Vai guitar, and so on and so forth, like Gary Moore, Les Pauls, you know the drill. So that's it. I wanted to share this with you guys because sometimes I could be more on social media, but social media also can literally kill you. Not literally, but you know what I mean. And I had my issues, as some of you guys that follow me know, until up to this day. Most of them are solved, thank God, with other groups and stuff like that, because you get a little bit famous, you know, a little bit just like that, and you also get all the hate from the other part. You know, you can't please everyone, and I totally agree with that. We're just human beings. But yeah, I tried not to go too much on social media, like Facebook, but on the other hand, I have to, because all my work, part of my work, or 50% of my work, depends on Facebook. But I try not to engage so much on comments and stuff like that. Never comment politics or religion, not at all. But this is the way I deal with this. I try to talk about this, and I felt like I had to make a video about this. I've been wanting to do a video like this for a while now, but I didn't have the courage. Now I have, and I'm here in front of you telling you a little bit of my story, and the video is probably too long already. It's my iPhone filming, so I can't see myself. I'm hoping everything is okay. But that's it. If you guys have depression, anxiety, how you guys deal with that, you know? Because not everything is the same for everyone, right? For some people, doing a walk in the park and breathing the fresh air or something like that is enough to calm down your soul or your spirit, something like that. For me, it's not, you know? It really depends. I need a lot of tranquility, a lot of serenity, yeah, a lot of calm, because I'm always rushing things, you know, like in my everyday life, anxious to do other things, and that builds up, you know, anxious to go into the GT1000, for example, and explore blah 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 blah, and you get to the point that you're so anxious to do so many things that you lose yourself, and then get your shit together back again, can be pretty hard. And that's when you need to seek for help, if you can, of course, because being well in terms of health is something that can be pretty expensive, unfortunately. Of course, I'm not complaining about, no, there's plenty of guys and plenty of people, unfortunately, on this world that are far worse than I am. But we have to talk about our experiences, not the others, right? Because I'm not in somebody else's skin. I know rich people here, they're like shit, so you know what I'm talking about. So there's no tones on this video, just an Epiphone that I really love. And hope you guys like this video, and I would like you to share your comments with me, because I'm gonna read them all and see what you guys do if you have anxiety or depression. And a lot of my anxiety leaves me with physical, there's a lot of physical reactions to it, right? My first one is tension, muscular tension, especially in the head, which is so, you know, man, you're like having a helmet. I've studied a lot about this shit. And that's it. And the other thing is the gear acquisition syndrome, right? That sometimes we fool ourselves, not just with guitars, but everyday shit, like, you know, phone, gadget. This society is going crazy, selling us everything they can, not caring about us at all. Our mental health, because our mental health is the most important thing, right? If you're good here, everything is gonna be okay, I suppose. But if you're not good here, you know. So anyway, put a smile on my face that I hardly do. Although I smile a lot, although my friends think I'm very funny and I do and say a lot of shit. Usually on YouTube, I can't do that. I'm very nervous. I play a lot of mistakes on doing solos. I never play the shit I want because I never rehearse. And then I see guys playing vintage stuff on vintage guitars. I want to do exactly the same, but I can't. And get stuck and repeat the videos 3-4 times until I get there. But I'm never satisfied, which I guess is a good thing. But anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Thanks for all your support. Stay safe in this crazy world. Cheers, and all the best for you.